How is she going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampie's Workshop. I'm glad you dropped in today. It's always a nice day when you drop by the shop. I appreciate it. I've got the shop all insulated, vapor barrier sheathed and painted. And today what we're up to is we're going to try and trim out around the window and around the man door. So let's go get at that. So I'm getting ready to frame out around the windows, and these are vinyl Kohler windows. And if you're familiar with vinyl Kohler windows, and I expect a lot of the windows are like this, there's a recess around the inside edge perimeter of the window that will accept 3/4 inch stock, so you can make the window frame as deep as the wall is thick, if you understand what I'm trying to say there. So I was looking around in my stockpile of scrap. I didn't have any really good 3/4 inch stock, but what I do have is some of this, well, I call it Ranger board, but I think it's high density fiber board. And I had this kicking around since a long, long time. In fact, this fiber board is left over from when I built the workbenches. And I built the workbenches way back before we ever even had the camp. We were still living in town at the time. And Nanny had given me, as a Christmas present, she opened an account for me at the local lumber yard so that I could go buy materials to build these benches. And I'll tell you when that was. Because what I did was I saved the information on a piece of 2x4 off the original bench. So it says, "Thanks to my wife, Janet, happy or Merry Christmas." And it says, bench started December 27th, 1996. And it was finished, except for the drawers, on January 5th, 1997 at 8 p.m. So it says the bench was started at 5 p.m. in the evening on December 27th and finished on January 5th at 8 p.m. So back then I could work a lot faster than I can now. I've determined that the thickness I need of these furring strips to go around the perimeter of the window is 1 3/8 of an inch. Right? So I set my saw up here for 1 3/8 of an inch, and I had this piece of stock, and I'm hoping I'm going to get enough pieces out of this that I can do the perimeter of the window. So let's get at it. Stop talking. This Ranger board is very stable wood as long as you keep it dry. If it gets any kind of moisture at all, it'll swell up. But boy, when you're cutting it, it makes a lot of sawdust. All right, that piece is no good. So we have some pieces cut here. We're going to see now if we have enough to do the perimeter of the window. So I need a couple of pieces 63 3/4 inches. I'll cut them both at the same time. So here's the recess that I was talking about, here at the bottom of the window. Now I've taken some time and I put some extra duct tape on here just to help with the vapor barrier. So that's why it kind of looks like there's a lot of duct tape on it, because there is. So that fits in there nice, eh? And that's what we want. That makes a really nice joint edge along there. All right, so I put the top piece in, so now we'll see about getting these edge pieces put in. Nice tight fit, that's good. I don't know about you, but I think that fits pretty good. So I think I'm going to take these pieces out now because I want to paint them before I put them back in place and then put the trim around it. So it's time to get the paint out again. So I'm going to paint these furring strips that beigey color that I've been using in the shop. And this is the old brush that I had wrapped up now for probably 3 weeks. That still works. Use it as long as we can, I guess, eh? Probably take a lot of coats because this Ranger board, this high density fiber board, it's like a sponge, I think, for the paint. Paint will just soak right into this, but that's good. Don't mind that. So I'm guessing that everyone out there likes watching someone paint as much as I like to paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint these set them aside to dry. When they dry, I'll probably end up putting another coat on them. And anyways, whenever they're dry and ready to go, we'll come back and install them. Alright, so there's my furring strips for around the window, all painted. So we can install those now, and then I can cut the trim to go around the window. So let's do that. So we install these just like we did before. So that doesn't look too bad, to me anyways, and I'm the one who's looking at it. So these are the boards I'm going to use to make my trim. It's the it's 1x6 pressure treated fence board. I use that for the baseboard around the perimeter of the shop. So I figured I may as well use it for trim around the window too. So what I want to do is rip this in half. So if you measure this, oftentimes it measures strange dimensions. Like this is 5 3/8, I guess, for the most part. So instead of trying to figure out what half of 5 3/8 is, I'll just set 1 inch. I'll take a 1 inch mark on my rule, on my tape, and then a 9 inch mark on this side. Make sure it's on the same side of the tape. So line 1 inch up on that edge of the board, 9 inch on that edge of the board, and then a half of that, which in this case is going to be 5, because 9 less 1 is 8, half 8 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. Pretty easy when you think about it. So I'm going to set my fence to 2 5/8. I'm going to rip these boards in half, and that'll give me, from these 2 8-footers, I'll get 32 feet of trim board, eh? Not bad. Now when I set these two together, they're the same width, so that's good. I'm going to rip the other fence board down now, and we're going to start measuring the trim boards to see what size we need to cut them off. So I've clamped these trim boards together, and I'm going to cut the top and bottom piece right now. So I have them lined up here with my mark on it, and cut them with the Makita saw here. So I've got the 2 sides now measured up, ready to cut. Okay, now before I put these on the window, I'm going to just take 5 minutes and going to paint these raw edges. It's not going to be the same color as the face of the wood, but it'll be okay because it's going next to the trim boards put in the window. I have the trim boards here now to go around the door. So I need to cut those to length. Now these boards have knot holes in them, eh? So I kind of set it up here so that I only have a couple of knot holes to deal with. But I think once I cut them and set them in place, I'll see where the knots are going to be, and then I can paint some brown paint behind it to sort of camouflage the knot hole. I've also taken some time off camera and painted the trim around the door, and I painted the trim around the garage door, so that was a big step done. So anyway, I'm going to cut this off here. And now what I need to do is paint the edges of these. Once I finish putting the trim on the window, these should be ready to go. I can put the trim on the doors. We're going to start to put the trim around the window now. So what I've done is I've measured the width of the window, and I found the center mark. And then I measured the length of this top trim board, found the center line, and we're going to set that in place now. And I'm planning on leaving about a 1/4 inch of reveal. So we line up these center lines in about a 1/4 inch, and I'm just eyeballing this reveal. It doesn't have to be dead on spot right. And I'm going to put it in with some 1 1/4 inch brads. And then about a 1/4 inch here. Okay, now we'll put the side piece on. Something like that, maybe. Now this piece should go right here. So there, that's the window. Done. So we have the trim pieces now to put around the door. So they're going to go something like this. You can check the reveal at the top here. Oh yeah, that should be good. Alright, I think we can do this. It's easy to set the reveal on this side because you just put it up against the hinges. Because of a shortage of material, I have to do this top piece in 2 pieces. So I'm going to have to do some fitting too to get it in around this bracket here to hold the shelf up. But that's another thing that I can do. So I had to cut that corner out, notch it out to go around the shelf bracket. This should go right in here now. Doesn't look too bad. Alright, so there's the door trim done up. I must say, kind of like it. Now over in this corner, I need to put a little piece of baseboard, and I need to put a piece of baseboard here over to the garage door, and then here's the trim around the window. Looks kind of rustic, but it turned out nice. And then I spent some time and painted the trim around the garage door. Nothing fancy about that. I still have to take the masking tape off it, but I'll do that. I just want to make sure that paint's good and dry before I take it off. So also on this side. So I'd say, you know, the front wall, for all intents and purposes, is complete, except for a little bit of baseboard. But it's getting late now. I'm going to go in for some supper, so I'll get that baseboard put on tomorrow, and then we can start working on what we're going to do with that bench, how we're going to set that up, maybe make a few mods to it too. So thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate you tuning in and putting up with all my fussing and fiddling here and painting. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, folks, a couple of thumbs up would be much appreciated. Have a great week wherever you are, and we'll talk to you.